Welcome back, fellow knights. What's up, guys? It's Apollo here, and we are back with another glorious siege battle in Thrones of Britannia. And today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite factions, not in this game, but in just history, the Normans. The Normans are here and they are invading. I always loved learning about the Normans. It was really one of the first things I learned when I was really young about medieval history was the Norman invasion. And I always like to just think about, what if the Normans didn't win? How different would England look? Would they be as powerful as they were throughout history? Or would they just be a silly little kingdom that is worth nothing? You know, like, because obviously William the Conqueror, he did a lot for England, building tons of castles, organizing the kingdom, and really laying out the foundation of a powerful kingdom. And it's just one of those what ifs that I don't know. I mean, I don't think they would have been as powerful without the Norman invasion, which is really crazy to think about. But yeah, I remember learning this as a little kid, the Battle of Hastings and all the famous characters or people, I should say. It's just, I love it. And this is why I'm so much into medieval history. It's all because of Hastings, the Norman invasion, and just learning about that as little Apollo and just really getting into it and just being on the edge of my seat. Anyways, hopefully today's siege battle will keep you on the edge of your seat. So we got the classic rivalry, England, aka Wessex, taking on the Norman attackers. It's not quite Hastings, but whatever, you get it. And also in the campaign, I'm pretty sure if you play as Wessex and you unite the kingdom into England, towards the end you do get invaded by the Normans, which is insanely cool. But let's go ahead and look at the Norman army because I'm super pumped about it. It's being led by Jackyfish. I'm leading the defenders, Wessex. So he's got some Norman swordsmen. Back here, he's got more Norman foot soldiers. Love the kite shields, the teardrop shields. And then back here, the famous Norman knights who helped in the Battle of Hastings, running down the soldiers of England, Anglo-England. But yeah, pretty cool. And then back here we have some main warriors, and then he's got the very famous Flemish crossbows. Again, Normans having the crossbows, which is just a deadly tool of war. He is bringing some Norman mailed spearmen, and then over here he's got some more foot soldiers and more Norman foot soldiers, and it looks like more Norman axes. So yeah, that's pretty much the Norman army. Really fast, let's look at the English here. My army forming in the shield wall because he is harassing me with archers, and I just don't want them to, or I don't think he's harassing me yet, but I just, I don't want to micro having to like, oh crap, he's shooting me with archers, get into shield wall. But yeah, I've got Earl's Thangs. These guys are really good. So they're ready to hold against these barbarians from the coast of France. And then he's got, I forgot. Okay, I'm playing this faction. More Thanes over here. So yeah, lots and lots of good soldiers ready to hold the line. I'm bringing about 4 select Fjord archers, which is like my best archer unit. I brought a lot of really good units here. And then I've got the Royal Thanes ready to fight for the people. And then we've got Royal Huskars swinging these giant axes, looking intimidating and ready to charge in and give these Normans a piece of their mind. And then some mailed spearmen to hold against their cav. And then back here, I've got a huge reserve force. This is going to be like my final stand. I've got my best infantry, the Royal Thanes, supported by some javelins, and I believe some archers as well. And that's pretty much my army. I think I also have some spearmen back here as well. So yeah, that's my force. Let's go ahead and do normal speed and watch the Norman invasion underway. So this is almost as if, like, instead of having the battle at battle, they fought it at a nearby settlement. So yeah, instead of facing them on the battlefield, they faced them in a settlement. But anyways, here comes the first charge. I do have a little bit of a pathfinding issue here. Look at how the soldiers are moving. They're like completely going the wrong way. So I had to manually make sure to click and send them towards the enemy. And there we go. Oh yeah, okay. There you go. Figure it out, you dingus. There you go. Now we got the Normans right where we want them. I wanted to defend the walls here because Well, basically because of the arrow tower support, he made a breach with this catapult, storming in spears, and I was not even paying attention. You can see, though, I've got reserves nearby. The Thanes ready to go in, and then I've got some axes ready to give them a, ready to chop these bastards up. So there you have it. The epic fight underway. So my strategy, like you saw on the battlefield or in my settlement, I've got that reserve force. So obviously, I'm not going to defend the outer walls to the death. I'm just going to hold here until I'm losing. And then once I feel like I'm losing the fight, I'm going to fall back, whatever I can save over in the front line, and retreat to the secondary defense and make my final stand. But yeah, right now I'm just keeping a lot of reserves. If we do some slow motion here, you can see that I've got plenty of reserves just hanging around. I'm waiting to use them. I'm basically trying not to show Jackie Fish all of my cards at once. I want to kind of have some tricks up my sleeve, and yeah, that's why I'm keeping back a lot of reserves, and I'm going to use them kind of aggressively and kind of just show up a little bit last minute so he doesn't expect them. But Jackie Fish is pushing hard through this choke point. I was not able to block it off to clog it, and now he's just going to be able to use that and flank around my soldiers using these Norman Knights, the infamous Norman Knights. Look at them. Oh man, so awesome. You hear that chainmail? It's very subtle, but you can hear the chainmail like clanking and making the chainy sound. It's excellent. So yeah, so glad the Normans are here. And yeah, they're harassing the back lines of my troops. I'm holding them off with some Thanes. Sorry about that, guys. So I gotta get some screenshots of the Normans as they keep pushing. But yeah, he's starting to really send in a lot of forces into my base. He's got Norman foot soldiers, which are just really excellent. 2 of them taking on my Thanes, and you can see I'm shaken. I'm not stirred, but I am shaken. My troops are fresh. I've got to send up reinforcements, and that's what I'm doing. I've got another unit here of soldiers. Now, something really weird happened with the game. Hopefully they smooth this out like the first day patch or something. But we experienced some weird lag, and it did save in the replay. So I definitely think it wasn't an internet thing or connection thing. It was a game thing, but it's not going to last forever. And you can see, yeah, look how bad that is. That's about the last of it, though. There we go. Here comes reinforcements. Take them out! More and more soldiers pushing to the base. We held over here. We defeated the Normans. We're holding at the gates. My troops are freaking out over here. Formed a giant, really single file thin line. I don't know what's going on there. And it looks like we are winning on this flank as well. So we're looking pretty good in some parts, but it's not looking good over here. We're starting to get overwhelmed by the Normans. Hold. Alright, some more spears mixed in with some Norman foot soldiers storming through the streets. Mailed long axemen trying to slice down the enemy. Uh-oh, but this isn't good. Even more soldiers. Look at them. They're like, yeah, we took the walls. Like, turn around, idiot. Charge. This is so awesome. Got my archers in the back here, really close to the front lines. Oh no, my troops are starting to break. Hold a little longer. Just hold. And here, oh, look at that. That Norman charge. Right behind my Huscarls, which is a terrible sight. You don't want these guys surrounded because they're just not as tanky. Archers are now trying to save them. You can see them firing. And look at, they're cheering. They're cheering because they killed my Huscarls. They broke them. Huscarls trying to get out of there. but they are surrounded. Archers now just firing into this big blob, trying to take out as many Normans as possible. The balance of power is still greatly in favor of Jackie Fish. He actually outnumbers me by about 600 men. And look at this huge blob of Normans. Oh, man. My men are surrounded. Cav charging through, going after Huskarls. I'm now... this is basically red alert, guys. I am now falling back, trying to get out of here as quickly as possible. I'm gonna leave in the troops who are already fighting. They're gonna commit the ultimate sacrifice so they could save their comrades, and hopefully will not die in vain. They will save the castle, the settlement as well. And more arrows coming down, more of my troops trying to get out of there. But the crossbows, they're so good at penetrating armor. It's going to be real nasty to take them on. But yeah, the Normans, I think, are probably one of the best attacking factions, naturally, because of, history. We're holding them back with the these brave Earl's Thanes holding back such a huge force. But they're dying quickly, and they are wavering. But they bought time for my forces to get out of there. I am holding back a couple troops here. Looks like these forces broke, but you know what? Or they stopped routing, so I'm just going to send them back into the fray. Retreating archers. You can see the massive chain retreat. I was going to call it chain routes, but they're not exactly routing. But tons of my forces falling back. A lot of them pretty healthy, too, that did not see any combat. So that's good that I have fresh troops. But yeah, I lost the walls. They just overwhelmed me, and they still have a lot of reserves over here. So this is going to be a tough fight. I've got to make sure I save my ammo for dealing with these Flemish crossbowmen, because they're going to be a real pain to deal with. And there we go. Well, no, actually, they haven't captured the gate. Trying to hold on to it as long as possible. Why are you cheering, you fools? And here comes the crossbow bolts. Just wrecking their lives. And now they're capturing the gate. All is lost. We lost the outer wall. Now he's forming up the Normans and getting ready for the next stage of the battle. Right now, I'm just trying to form my defenses. So here's my strategy. In the front lines, I've got the Royal Thanes. Secondary line, I have javelins, which are very good in this game. Also, I have some spears. I do have a backline defense, just in case he tries to come around. He does have that cav, which is very fast moving, very effective, so I gotta watch out for that. And then the rest of my infantry, maybe some of the infantry saw some combat early on in the siege battle. I'm just gonna hold them back, keep them well rested, and then get them in the fight a little bit later. Fall back! Retreat! Retreat. These are my archers, I believe. No, these are javelins. These are my archers over here. Again, trying to save my archers, not for enemy infantry, but rather enemy crossbows, because the crossbows are going to be the biggest threat in this battle. Setting up the cav. Look at the Norman Knights, tier 3. He's got some Norman axemen, lots of fresh troops, and they're just running through. Burning down my buildings. Actually, they haven't burnt any of my buildings yet. And there goes the rest of the forces going through the gate. So yeah, we're at a little bit of a peace phase in this battle, as in there's no killing going on. Just trying to set up the defenses. And I'm pretty concerned. I'm glad that I fell back. I'm glad I'm using a much smaller area to defend. I can even fall back into the inner part of this defense and hold the two gaps right here, right in front of the capture point. So if it comes down to it and I've got to fall back, then so be it. I will hold over here. And that's why I've got a unit in reserve, ready to form shield wall if they have to. Also, my general is right here, the royal bodyguard. They look pretty royal. They look pretty rich. Pretty rich. There we go, guys. Here comes the Normans. The good news is that I am able to rest my troops quite a bit and keep them well rested and fresh. He's on the march. He's on the move, so that's going to make them tired a little bit. Though his forces are fresh, so it's not like it's going to be a huge difference in fatigue between the two forces. But look at this. This is awesome. The Norman Knights, man. So at this point in the battle, Jackie Fish, he wanted to do an epic cav charge, right? So he's lining up his Norman Knights. I think there's another unit, or is this it? So yeah, he's lining up his Norman Knights. Check this out. He forgot one thing, and I knew it. I knew it. I didn't mean to fire with my archers, but trying to save him for the crossbows. But check this out. He's gonna charge in. And the shield wall scares the horses, and he's like, wait, why did that? Oh, the shield wall. So that really helped out a ton because it took away that charge bonus. But the Norman Knights are very, very skilled in close combat, so it's not going to be easy. Northern Horde. So yeah, the cav just pushing on every force. It really disrupted my shield wall though, which is going to help him out. Now he's sending up infantry. He's got more and more infantry coming down. This is going to be the final stand, guys. The final stand against the Normans. Whatever happens, I'm not going to assume I'm winning the battle and charge downhill. I'm not going to make that mistake. History taught me that. So I'm just going to keep holding this hill. Men, whatever happens, even if you think we're winning, do not break formation. Oh, and the crossbows, man. They're going after my archers, but I'm focusing all of my archers at the crossbows. He's got them kind of blobbed up, which is good, and I'm able to focus a lot of my fire at him. But I think he's more focused on the infantry engagement. Now, look at this. More Norman Knights coming into the fray. We are victorious. Shield wall! So awesome. So freaking awesome. I love the Normans. So nice combination force of spear or swords and cav. And now the tear-shaped shield, Norman mailed spearmen. Now throwing in some Norman foot soldiers. I'm also, I've got my Huskarls ready to go because some parts of my line are thinning. Especially right here. Look at this. We're running low, so I decided to throw in my Huskarls. They're not going to get that great of a charge bonus, but I just need to send in the extra bodies. And it does seem like Jackie Fish is going to commit all of his forces to this one side. Look at this. Look at these reserve forces. Oh my god. It's crazy. Archers still in the back. Firing just over the heads of their comrades, going after these crossbows. And I'm doing some damage to them. I think I broke a couple, but the crossbows are just not as effective because of charging in infantry and stuff. We did want to go for a very cinematic value for this battle. We wanted to kind of recreate Hastings in this siege battle, and that's essentially what we're doing. This might not be the most tactical decision from Jackie Fish, but again, when we're playing, we don't usually go for hardcore, try hard. We tend to just want to get a really cinematic, really fun battle, and that's basically what we have here, but it's still really close. I mean, I'm thinning greatly in the center. He still has a ton of troops over here. I'm trying to use my troops very carefully. Oh, look at that. Look at that front line. So awesome. Here we go. I've got more swordsmen coming in. Reinforce that center where it's thinning. Are they saying repel the Northern Horde or the Norman Horde? I assume it's the Norman Horde. And there we go. We're finally breaking some of their soldiers, but Jackie Fish is going to throw in some fresh troops. Come on, Huskarls, hold. He still has a lot of reserves. They're forming shield wall because my archers are harassing them. Love this music. The Norman invasion. Oh, damn you. Look at, he's breaking through. We've got a thin line of troops here. Come on, hold. Troops are routing. Guys, such a long battle line too. God, he's got so many troops. Now he's got his axemen going into the fight. This music is too much, man. Yes! We hold in the center. Oh, but he's got... Don't cheer for too long. He's got even more men going into the fray. Push! Hold! Spears charging in. He's really got a ton of troops. Oh my god, even more men! It's just a never-ending force of Normans. There goes another charge of axemen. Now my javelins are just going into the fight. They're out of ammo. Just sending everything I have to hold. Uh-oh. I keep hearing that my troops are breaking. Oh my god, another axe unit. Look at this, right through the gap here. Mostly just javelins holding here. This is not good. Do I have any reserves? I do. I've got a couple spear units. I might have to send them back. I have my general as well. Look at this. Look at this massive break on my flank. Massive break. And the Normans are able to flank around with their Norman axemen. And I'm going to have to send in my general. He's got to go in and protect his lines. Charge! Protect the flank of our men. More and more axes going in, trying to seize the opportunity of having me outflanked. But a huge, huge break from the Normans on this side. Huge break. And that's going to bring a lot of relief. Look at this. Look at this. He's got me. Oh, now he's got his knights over here. His knights. He's killing my archers who are pinned now. The wall to their backs. The Norman knights. We got to contain them. I'm rushing over my spearmen. Charge, spearmen. I'm going around the flank with more spears as well. Look at that massive break from both sides. We're both exhausted. We're both tired. I got javelins up on the walls, throwing at, javies at reinforcements. Hold, we're so close, man. There we go. Yes, the axemen or spearmen going in, holding against the axemen. Their general is breaking. William the Conqueror is breaking. Yes, he's dead. Let's zoom out. It looks like we are, because of the death of William the Conqueror, we are going to hold against these Normans. And that's going to conclude the fight. Look at my men are cheering. They're like, yes. Now we can charge them. Now we can pursue them. There we go. More and more breaking over here. And that's going to be the last of the Norman invasion. The defenders win. Oh, man. What a fight. That was so cool. That last stand was just so much fun to watch. It was just as much fun to watch as it was playing it at the time. It's even more fun to watch. It was so good. Let's end the replay and look at the results here. So hopefully this video gives you a good view of what to expect from the Normans. My archers did pretty solid. One getting 100 kills. But man, my Huscarls, some of them doing really good there. All of them, my Royal Huscarls, all of them getting over 100. This one almost getting 300 kills. But really, I think it came down to my Royal Thanes doing very well. I mean, really all of my infantry. But yeah, that was a pretty sweet battle. Jackie Fish's army here. Again, he was attacking, so you're not going to get as many kills. But I think his Norman foot soldiers did excellent. 203, 220, 171, 115. Those are some pretty solid kills. 207, 147. So thank you guys so much for joining me on another epic Thrones of Britannia siege battle. I am going to be doing Siege Week again for this game. When a game releases, I'll give you guys some time to send in some epic siege battles, and I might even do a little bit of a competition where I'll have you guys vote on your favorite battle, and that person maybe will win a cash prize or something. Well, I'll probably have a video about it coming out soon, or maybe it already came out. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.